Well, here's an interesting story. Discovery. I changed the bit rate to 90. It was at 10. And almost immediately, we've got a better focus. So that's an interesting lesson learned right there. That's pretty cool. So, here again are the resin printed guys. Here's the back. So there we are. As I was saying, a couple of days, and I end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's almost a division in a couple, 7. And the other guys I'm going to be putting on, it consists of all these firing guys. As a matter of fact, I can just do that. And I have since learned that GHQ's 10mm are small 10s, and they are no longer preferred. I'm going to use them anyway. I've done this several times, come across a deal, and this is why I bought them, because there was a deal on eBay. A seller was getting rid of many, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. So I jumped into 10mm, and that's why, because it was affordable. Again, exercising the idiom or the mantra that we have, that it has to be affordable, sustainable, and modular. So modular in that, you know, flagpoles can come off and be changed without committing. I'm taking all these firing guys off because, as you'll notice, they're on tongue depressors for painting. And they are not wood tongue depressors, they're plastic. I don't even know if you, well, you can, because I actually have some wood tongue depressors. What I was saying was that there is another brand that I've come across that is a better version of 10mm. Some of these officers are walking, and they should be with advancing troops, not standing firing troops. So I'm debating. The walking drummers are okay, but the standing officers, I'm going to pull the officers that are just standing, I'm going to pull out. The officers that are advancing, I'm going to not choose those first. And I don't know how many of those kinds of officers I have. If I know that I've got them, but I don't have ready access to them, I'm going to leave a space on the stand for the officer that I will eventually find. But it looks to me like the standing officers aren't that many. I'm going to put these advancing officers away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I know they're blue. I'm just gonna use them, and because I'm ready to, and repaint them. I am curious if I have a pack of officers, and I don't think I do. I've got 2 officers. I'm looking to see if, yeah, there are some officers in these firing packs of GHQ, but there's only one. There's not more than one officer. So it's not worth opening the pack, because that will leave that guy dedicated to that unit. Even though each one of these GHQ packs is 2 regiments. So those are 2 frontline regiments. They package these as if that's a whole regiment. Well, that's not true. For the way we base, that is actually enough men for 2 front ranks. So there's 2 regiments in there. And again, the officers are dedicated to that box, so I'm not going to break into it. If there was more than one officer in there, I would. And even in the advancing guys, I don't see an advancing officer. Yeah, there he is. Okay. So even the advancing guys have an officer, even though it's only one. And you know, the reason I'm saying this is because even at this stage, I'm conserving as much as I can to get as many troops out of the budget as possible. And in the marching guys, I'm looking to see if there's an officer. And it doesn't look like there's a marching officer. Maybe, but yes, there is. There's an officer with no sword up. Okay, so there's an officer type of figure in each one. All right, of the marching guys. I'm looking at my other. Here are more of my, just so you get a flavor of what's going on. More of the troops. And I have a lot of rebels painted, ready to go. Reason being, I've already done quite a bit of the Union guys. You'll also note that there's a sculpt in each of the boxes of a flag. If I wanted to, I could take up a position in each one of the units with a flag stand, even though the flag is meaningless because of the fact that I've already got my own flags. But here's what basically they look like. And again, these are meaningless. But if I wanted to, I could paint them or just use them to reserve a spot for when I do get the officers to put them in. But the truth of the matter is the officer doesn't go anywhere but on the end of the front rank. This is the back rank again. Okay, so that's where we're at. I'm going to just leave a spot. Maybe I'll 3D print some officers. Did I already 3D print some officers? I don't think I did. I know I do have a couple of ranks where I changed the sculpts. Again, to give you an idea of the volume that was printed on just 2 occasions of using the 3D printer, this is what it looks like. And the cost was like 50 cents.